Today, I believe you're going to be doing a play shop on our inner child. Is that correct?
That is correct, Shannon.
Yay. Well, what a great way to celebrate 222. And we just had 222 at the Eastern time over here. So I know that some of you are time traveling, but in Eastern time land, we just had 222 and it felt so good to be here with all of you. So yay, Kristen, thanks for being here. And I'm excited to play with you. I'm going to be your guinea pig for the day. And I hope everyone in the chat and viewing is going to play along.
Well, thank you so much, Shannon. I'm very grateful to be here today with each and every one of you and the beautiful Bring Me to Life network and all the amazing souls that have been here all day today sharing these beautiful vibes. It has been a lovely workshop session so far, and I'm really grateful to be able to add a contribution here and be able to play with all of you and your inner children today. So I do hope that you brought a little bit of fun to your outfits or some items that are special to you and your inner child. And I wanted to start today off by sharing a little bit about how my inner child woke up today. And it has a lot to do with our last speaker who spoke about why does today feel like a Mercury retrograde kind of day. And so I knew I wanted to start today off with a song, and I had a beautiful interactive song planned. And then I woke up and it was a rainy day here in Missouri, and I said, you know what, today is the perfect day to sing Singing in the Rain. And it's a little bit of a interactive song for you. So if you guys would like to join me and let your inner child out a little bit, we will start with this song and let ourselves play. So feel free, as I said, to sing along, and then we can move right into some inner child prompts and some meditation. And we will end today with a few tarot oracle messages for you all to be able to connect a little deeper with your inner child and move forward with some inspiration to help that inner child shine and sing their true song. So, okay. The song we're going to sing today is called Singing in the Rain, and it is a, like I said, interactive song, so I will instruct you how and what to do, and you just follow along. So, ahem. Singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Arms out. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Arms out, shoulders back. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Shoulders back.
Shoulders back.
Knees together.
Knees together.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Arms out.
Arms out.
Shoulders back.
Shoulders back.
Knees together.
Knees together.
Butt out.
Oh, butt out.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Arms out.
Arms out.
Shoulders back.
Shoulders back.
Knees together.
Knees together.
Butt out.
Butt out.
Head up.
Head up.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. Last one. Arms out.
Arms out.
Shoulders back.
Shoulders back.
Knees together.
Knees together.
Butt out.
Butt out.
Head back.
Head back.
Tongue out. Yay! Good job.
I did my best to be a co-pilot there with you.
You did phenomenal. You did phenomenal. And I'm so grateful you all sang and played along with me.
Oh man, my cheeks hurt from giggling so much. My inner child is already so happy.
Yay. Goals achieved. I see Jen's out there wiggling with her butt out. So yes, absolutely. So one of the most important things we can do for our inner child is give them a place to play with no judgment. So thank you all for bringing that beautiful energy into this space with me today. And I did want to, while your inner child is fresh and excited, be able to ask you, and if you feel called to drop in the chat and share these things for yourself, feel free to do so. And the first question I have for you today to ask your inner child is, what are 5 things that you are good at, that you feel you are good at? I can start and then I'll pass to Shannon. And if anyone wants to share in the chat, 5 things you are good at. So one thing I'm good at is taking pictures. Another thing I'm good at is laughing. I think I'm pretty good at laughing. I'm good at helping encourage other people. I am good at listening, and I am good at sharing my wisdom from my heart. That's my 5 things.
Ooh, such a good question. Because sometimes I feel like we just really don't think about the things we're good at. I know I'm good at art because I enjoy it. So even if it's not good to anybody else, I feel good at it. I feel good at being silly sometimes, most of the time. Definitely talking and holding space for others. So I guess that could kind of be 2. And then, I don't know, my 5th one. That's kind of hard to think of on the top of my head. I guess just showing up when needed. I feel like that's like a superpower I have.
Beautiful, Shannon. I love that. And you really do have a superpower of, like, just right when you are needed. You do always show up. It's kind of crazy, but it's beautiful and I love it about you. And Amanda shared in the chat, I'm a good listener, I'm a good mom, I'm a great friend, I'm a decent photographer, and I'm a good dancer. I love that. Thank you, Amanda. And yes, it can be difficult when we don't give ourselves the space, but I encourage you to be able to see that even if you have things that you are good at that may seem so simple, like, you know what, I'm good at waking up every day and making my bed. Like, you have things that you are good at that no one else could even think about being good at. So allow yourself to take some space on your own and reflect on the things that you know you are good at. And my next question for you and your inner child today is, what are 5 things that you love? Genuinely love, without judgment. My 5 things: I love colors of all kinds. I love either wearing them or using them or playing with them. Just colors in general are great. I think they're amazing. I love and to be loved, to express love. I love chocolate way too much, but that's quite okay. I also love the opportunity to be silly. And I love telling people how much they mean to me. Those are some things that I love. I also love fishing. Bonus number 6.
Ooh. Man, those were some good ones. I feel like we're destined to be like soul sisters because a lot of those things are some of my favorites. See, chocolate and colors, like, yeah. Let's see. I'm good at making things out of almost nothing, and definitely things out of crystals and things. I love that. So I love crystals, and I love silly, cheesy comedies that are just so silly. Those are like, if it just makes me laugh for no reason. I love music, and I love connecting with people that are just like open to connecting. Like, those are my people.
Yes, Shannon, we definitely are soul sisters. I love that. And yes, colors and chocolate. I don't know why, but I feel like there's a Playshop in there just for those 2 things.
Oh man, yeah. Chocolate is like, it's a driving force. People, they'll message me, they'll be like, I'm having a bad day. I'm like, have you had chocolate today? Like,
Right? You need your daily dose.
always, always. Beautiful. We did have some other people hopping in the chat. People said they're good at communicating, they're good at writing, good at inspiring others, and exploring. I think exploring is a good one. Someone said, I love Kristen. I love boy bands. I love my kids. I love glitter. I love skulls. Someone else said they love dancing, getting immersed into fantasy realms that become realities. Man, we really do have a soul tribe out there.
Yes, Soul Tribe, you are in the right place, because today in the meditation, we are going to go into our fairy fantasy world and play with our inner children. So excited to share that with you guys today. And thank you all so much for sharing your comments. It's always lovely for me to be able to see your inner child come out. So one last question for your inner child today, and this one's going to be maybe a little bit of a challenge. And if it is a challenge, I invite you, rather than just responding, maybe give yourself some space to reflect upon it. And again, this is for you and your inner child. What is one thing that you would like to improve upon? What is one thing you would like to improve upon? Me and my inner child, we are really trying to improve upon using our words, communicating. So that's for me. That's what my inner child brings today.
I hope you got to check out the voice workshop I did earlier, and if not, tune in again later. But I think what I'm working on is just being more present in the actual moment. Even as a child, that was hard. It was so easy to just worry about the what is to come. So being present in the moment and experiencing that inner joy, I think, is a powerful thing for me to work on.
I love that, Shannon. And I encourage you all to just continue connecting with that energy of, you are so powerful. You have so many skills and talents that deserve to be celebrated. And in your element of celebration, you also deserve to be able to grow and evolve, because that is how we fulfill our inner joy and continue to move in life. So yes, that is the prompts that I had today for your inner children. And then now I actually did want to play, if Shannon is willing to be another participant in a small game, just a small game called Pinocchio Says. You might know this normally as Simon Says, but since Pinocchio's playing today, we're gonna do Pinocchio Says. And so it's a game, if you've not played, where I will instruct you to do a thing, as in Pinocchio says to pat the top of your head. Almost said that backwards. Pat the top of your head. Not pat. Okay, anyways, let's get our words together. And then you will pat the top of your head. And then Pinocchio will say, rub your belly. And if you rub your belly without Pinocchio saying first, then you are out. So, and you are going to have to maintain your own inner outs, seeing as how I can't physically see you. But if you'd like to drop in the chat and let us know how you're doing with the game, that's always super fun too. So are you ready, Shannon? Do you get the gist of the game?
Oh man, I'm gonna do the best. I was never good at Simon Says, but I will be present and active.
Beautiful. Okay. Pinocchio says, put a big smile on your face. Pinocchio says, wiggle your shoulders.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Pinocchio says, sit still. Stop smiling.
I told you I'm instantly out of this. All right.
That's okay.
I'll give myself another round. I'm gonna keep playing so this can play.
Come back in. Okay, round 2. Start over. Okay. Pinocchio says, rub your belly. Pinocchio says, say, Don't laugh. Pinocchio says, pat the top of your head. Stop rubbing your belly. Oh, okay. Pinocchio says, stop rubbing your belly.
Okay.
Okay, Pinocchio says, put your hands over your heart. Pinocchio says, take a nice deep breath in. Pinocchio says, release. That's the end of the game. Thank you all so much for playing.
Thanks for allowing me to come back, because I'm really bad at that game.
You know what, Shannon?
Good to play.
I was always really bad at that game too. That's why I laugh, because I know.
It's like, I feel like I'm a good listener, so I heard what you said to do, but I forgot the Pinocchio part. I was just so adamant about being a good listener.
You did phenomenal. You did phenomenal. And that's important to realize that, you know what? It's just a game. You can come back in because we make the rules here. So
Life's a game and we're just here to play it.
that's right. Exactly. So before we go into the meditation space, I did want to talk just a little bit about our inner child and what that represents, because I do know that we can all have a different perspective on this, and I love to be able to hear everyone's perspective. But definitely in the realm of inner child work, we are working with our younger self, and this can be a past version of you. This could be you whenever you were 3. This can be you when you were 16. This could be you when you were 22. It really kind of just depends on you and what area of healing you're working through in your life, and also understanding that we all have different ways that we're raised. We all have different childhood, and although we are allowed to have our own unique experiences, sometimes we have areas where maybe we wish we would have been able to experience more of this as a child, or maybe we feel like this part of our childhood wasn't expressed fully. Really giving yourself the opportunity to tap back into that version of you that once existed that maybe didn't get to feel fully expressed or heard, and give yourself the opportunity to be expressed or heard, and continuing your growth from there. I know for me, connecting with my inner child along my journey has given me so much empowerment to be able to be confident in what I'm doing and being able to speak my truth and share my voice with you all. So thank you for showing up and playing and help create a safe space for myself and for others to be able to share their unique expressions. And I think if we're ready, we can go ahead and move into the meditation space. And I invite everyone, if you did bring any blankets or crystals or like safety, measures from your inner child today, Baby Yoda will be with me, and he'll be sitting next to me during this meditation. So anything that can help bring your inner child a little bit more joy in this meditation space, I encourage you to connect with that. And just allow yourself to naturally find a comfortable position. And we'll begin today off by taking a nice breath in. And release. Grounding yourself in this very present now moment. Giving you space to breathe, moving from the inhale to the exhale. Finding a gentle rhythm with your breath. Dropping your shoulders on the exhale. Allowing your face to gently soften, dropping any tension that may be held in your cheeks or your forehead, jaws, and bringing this peaceful breath down our neck, through our arms, down the back, moving through the hips and the legs and the feet. Filling your body completely with this whole grounded breath. And I invite you, as you breathe in this beautiful energy, to imagine a lotus flower unfolding on the crown of your head. And as this beautiful lotus opens, you can imagine a silver light pouring down from the crown, moving gently through the third eye and down through the throat, clearing and cleansing these beautiful energy centers as we arrive at the heart center, through the solar plexus, the sacral chakra, and ending at the base of the spine at the root center. And allowing these breaths to breathe roots down into the earth, reaching farther through the rock and clay all the way down to the core of the earth. And allowing yourself with a breath to wrap these roots around the core of Mother Gaia, breathing her love and peace into your body with another gentle breath in. And release. And remembering the gentle rhythm of your breath, moving from the inhale to the exhale, imagining waves crashing upon the shore, and bringing your mind into a beautiful field of flowers. And allowing yourself to take a step forward, imagining your feet touching the cool blades of grass, allowing the warm sun to freshen your skin. And maybe you even feel the cool breeze moving through your hair as you walk through this beautiful field of flowers. And as you take steps forward, you may begin to notice a beautiful forest before you. And this forest is unlike many you may see, glowing a rainbow hue of colors, with many different rocks and mushrooms and tree creatures existing at the forefront of your mind as you walk towards this forest. And you can even begin to feel a gentle excitement bubbling in your tummy as you walk towards the beginning of the path. And before you step through into this iridescent magical forest, you will notice a fairy guide has joined you today. And this fairy guide is so excited for you to be able to join in this expansion and connection journey as you walk through the forest today. And as you move through the forest, I invite you to notice any magical colors or beings or creatures that you may see around you. And you can skip and dance and sing along as you move on this path, getting deeper and deeper into the fairy forest, knowing that you are safe, you are loved, you are whole. And as you walk towards the center of the forest, you will begin to notice a large tree that has a mushroom circle or a flower circle directly in front of the trunk of this large tree. And your fairy guide today invites you to step into this fairy circle before the tree, remembering your breath. And you may notice that as you stand in the center of this fairy circle, that the world around you begins to spin and turn and change colors, transporting you into the center of this beautiful tree. And as you enter the center of the tree, I invite you to notice what the texture is around you as you walk down a staircase made of wood, decorated with forest items. And as you approach the bottom of the staircase, your inner child stands to meet you. And I invite you to notice what age they are as they reach their hand forward for you. And walking hand in hand with this beautiful inner child, they take you to a very special place within this realm, within this tree. And in this special place, they have a song to sing. And maybe this is a song that they've been working on, and they are ready to share it with you. And so for a moment, I will stop talking and allow you the opportunity to hear the song that your inner child so wishes to sing to you today. And remembering that in this place there is no judgment, simply love and open expression and gratitude. And so within your space, remembering your breath, listening to your inner child's song, honoring them and sending them your love. For this beautiful song to sing is one that only your heart may know. And in this space, I invite you to thank your beautiful inner child for sharing this lovely heart song today. Thanking them for being brave and bringing it forward and being open to express. And they thank you in this moment too. And if you feel called to embrace in a gentle hug, you can even wrap your arms around yourself. And whenever you are ready, your inner child will take you hand in hand back to the stairwell inside the tree for you to ascend back to the portal of the fairy circle back in the path on the forest. And with a few gentle breaths, I invite you to remember the surroundings of the forest, the birds chirping, the cool breeze. And you can begin to walk back out of the forest accompanied by your fairy guide. And if you'd like, you can share your heart song with your fairy guide as you walk towards the path of flowers. And entering this space, sending gratitude to your body, to your mind, to your soul, and bringing your awareness back to your body, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, wiggling your knees and your nose, and opening your eyes whenever you are ready. Thank you all so much for sharing that beautiful meditation space with me today. And if you feel called to share anything about your meditation, please feel free to do so in the chat. Shannon, if you feel called to share, you can.
I just want to thank you for holding that space, giving us a moment to connect with that inner child. Like, I think it's this is a whole workshop I think is so powerfully important because so many people are told to grow up and to be strong. And it's like this weird concept that we're not allowed to tap into our inner child when the children are the most free, and in a lot of ways they're really wise. And it's not until we're conditioned to think we have to be strong and to not be silly, that we lose that sense of innocence. So I'm always so grateful when you hold these spaces. I know you do a lot of live streams on your own where you just invite people to be their most like divine selves and their silly selves, and like not even in like a childish like petty way, but in a playful, exciting, welcomed, loved, and like very seen sort of way. And I love that about your Pin Oaks community.
Thank you, Shannon. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to hear that. And yes, I love playing. I love the opportunity. And I know it's funny because I spent many years as a managerial businesswoman, and there is no room for your inner child in that seat. And so being able to hold my inner child and play with her as often as possible has been absolutely key for me to be able to find peace and happiness and to be here with you guys today. So, and I thought it was really funny because my inner child song was the Moana song that I wrote. And I just heard her start singing it, and I was like, little moment to myself of like, aw, that's so good to know. So, yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much. And yeah, I know that being somebody who grew up with a lot of traumatic experiences as a kid, and I mean, most people do have a lot of traumatic things happen as a kid. But for me personally, I know my growth felt stunted. Like I losing my parents very young made me realize I kind of stopped enjoying being a kid because I had to like raise my little brother and things. And then in my like early 20s, I tried so hard, like you said, to be business oriented and focused, and like wanted people to take me seriously. So I was like, there was no room for silliness. Like, who has time to be silly then? And it was very overwhelming. And it wasn't until, you know, like probably around 7 years or so ago when CeeLo kind of came into my reality that I felt really safe again to play and just be silly. And it's so fun to watch certain people who just like have this sense of like childlike wonder and magic to them. Like a group of my friends that they go to the Culture Fest events that our friend Lori was in charge of. She had a song on here earlier from Option 22, but they have this Culture Fest event, and one year everyone just went around. They had these like really big dinosaur like statues or blow ups. I can't remember. There were dinosaurs. So everybody embraced their inner dinosaur and they would just let out their inner, like, I can't even make the noises that some of them were making. And like we all knew where everybody was across the field. And it was just so like beautiful to just hear people be so silly and not care what crazy like noise or whatever came out of them. It was just it was super like empowering too, to just see people be willing to show up. And like not having kids myself, it's important to like tap into that inner child. I feel like once you have kids, it's like a little easier. Like, yeah, you have to be the adult, but like it gives you an excuse to play. But for those of us that are like in that weird age where we don't necessarily have kids and still trying to figure out where we are, like tapping into that inner child play, so powerful, so powerful. So thank you for that.
Do I have time to share a few messages
You
before we
do.
end today? Okay, good. So I have a few messages from your inner child for you today, and I'm really excited. I'm going to start with the Fairy Forest deck. I feel like that's only appropriate seeing as how we just came back from the Fairy Forest. So, and the card that came out today is card number 3, which is Sorceress, Rituals, Power, and Will. And I'm going to read from the book. I'll share a little more afterwards, but it is time for you to act, to gather your wisdom in an organized and structured manner, and create a moment of power. This could mean a ritual to recognize the beginning of a new stage of the life cycle. Similarly, it could mean setting up an important meeting, ensuring you are correctly prepared, and giving your very best throughout the opportunity before you. Gather together your energy, plan your strategy, and set your goals. Choose your time and energy, and choose your tools and meet with all your power you can gather. Before this meeting, whisper to yourself your goals and your powers. Be sure to fill yourself up with strength and conviction. Raise your head high, straighten your back, and set your shoulders. Do not allow any doubt to creep in at this time. Do your homework and be prepared. And then, when the moment comes, let all this energy and power and self-belief flow out in a very smooth manner. This will help you through a job interview, a case that needs to be made, a gathering together of allies and others who believe in you. It will also counteract any self-doubt, negativity, or jealousy that may have been impeding in your progress until this very point. Every ritual of self-empowerment will be divinely blessed at this time. You must work at bringing back your own power, at harnessing your strong and potent will, which has, until this time, been neglected and underestimated. You are a being of power and commitment. Let us see what you can do when you believe in yourself at last. So, your inner child is asking you to believe in yourself and believe in the strength and the talents and the convictions that you have gathered and you have worked for, and be confident. It's like, how are you going to get where you want to be if you don't give yourself the opportunity to take all the little baby steps that it takes to get there? And you know what? Sometimes whenever we take baby steps, we fall. Sometimes we slide back, but that doesn't mean we give up on ourselves. That doesn't mean that we stop moving towards those goals. It just means that we need to allow ourselves the time and space needed to regather that strength and conviction to continue moving forward. And so really your inner child's just saying to please give yourself that, don't underestimate you, because you are an amazing, powerful being that has so many gifts to share and a beautiful, unique expression that only you can tap into. And so I highly encourage you to allow yourself to move forward in anything that you are doing with confidence, knowing that you will be successful, because I promise you, if you are following your heart and letting that be what guides you, you will find yourself successful, and in more ways than one. So that's from the fairy forest. The message that your angels have for your inner child is faith and gratitude. I'm not going to read all of these, but I will tell you that it goes hand in hand with confidence. Being able to have faith and trust that you will make that mark, that you will be able to show up, that you will do the things, and then also having gratitude for yourself, for the people that you interact with, gratitude for the energies that have assisted getting you to exactly where you are. I even hold gratitude in the moments where I can't see any light at all. I say, thank you, darkness, for showing me this strength inside, or whatever it is that I may need in that moment. But gratitude and faith, these two elements alone can give you the power to move any mountain before you. And so if you feel a wavering, to allow yourself to lean heavily into those areas, and you will find yourself divinely supported. And this is a message from your inner child and what they want to do, on how they want to move forward. And take this as it resonates. So your inner child wants to, they have so many seeds they want to plant. They have so many ideas, so many creative expressions and projects and songs and dances and things that they want to create. Okay, they are baking up lots of different recipes for you to be able to share in this lifetime. And they are asking you to have the strength within yourself to be able to see the confidence that shines whenever you allow yourself to just play and be in that balance within yourself. And so your inner child's asking to just let those inspirations come forward. If you feel like you get the most crazy idea and you're like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with this, write it down, come back to it later. You never know when you're going to find those journal entries and when they're going to be helpful. So, and then the last message I have for you today from your inner child, and this is also from my Fairy Forest Tarot deck. So this is a little bit from the guides and a little bit from your inner child, but don't be afraid to ask for help. It's okay. In fact, you know what? It's more than okay. I don't like playing by myself most of the time, sometimes, but more than often it's more fun to play with others. So reach out and ask for help, because you may give someone else the opportunity who wants to play the opportunity to play as well. And then also just remember your blessings in everything. Remember that you are surrounded by goodness, and to remind yourself of the goodness if you are not, if you're having trouble seeing it. Sometimes we have beauty right in front of us that we just can't see because we're so focused on the things around us that are heavier. And so your inner child is just asking you to remember that you have beauty so many places within your life and to lean into those. Okay, that's all the messages I have for you today and your inner child. Um, I
Beautiful.
I do believe, I think that's all I had planned for you all today, Shannon. So thank you so much for this beautiful space. This has been a lot of fun. I'm filled with intimate gratitude, and thank you for playing with me so much today. It's been absolutely great to be able to see your shining face, and I always adore being able to connect with you all on the Bring Me to Life network. It's a beautiful, beautiful community. So thank you all for all that you do, and yes, for everyone who's shared expressions today. It's been lovely.
Thank you so much, Kristen, for that amazing channeling. While I have you here, I would love for you to give a shout out, if you'd like, where others can find you and your community, and maybe a little bit of what you offer through that community, if you'd like.
Absolutely. Thank you, Shannon. Yes, you guys can find me on Instagram, on TikTok as Pinoak Rising, or if you'd like to check out my YouTube channel, it's Pinoak's Cove. I do have a beacons link that will get you connected with all of my social medias as well as my Discord community. And I do have a Patreon as well to help you be able to connect with your light and shine in all the ways that works for you. The community that I have is really about being able to be in your authenticity as well as being able to support one another. I'm so truly grateful for the beautiful community members that I have around me. We are always supporting one another, whether it's in our, bright moments of joy or in the moments where we find ourselves down in the dirt. And I think that's one of the things I'm the most grateful for, is that, we really show up and love one another. So if you are looking for a loving, supportive community, feel free to check out the Cove Discord server. And as far as my personal services that I offer, I do one-to-one personal Reiki healing ceremonies. I love to connect for people with past life sessions as well as present life. Reiki is a beautiful tool to be able to increase the healing energy within your own body and inspire you to be able to feel empowered along your journey. I also do one-to-one tarot and oracle readings to give you guidance along your path. I connect people with their guides. I do connect with past loved ones in personal sessions only. And I also just love being able to offer any kind of inspiration or wisdom in areas where you may feel you are lacking. So I offer a lot of services. You can connect with all of those on my Beacons link, and definitely keep an eye out for me on other areas. I'm definitely expanding in a lot of places right now. So that's about it.
Beautiful. Well, I hope that we can get you to expand on over here to more Bring Me to Life activities. I'd love to get you on some podcasts or even your own podcast. So thank you again so much for being a part of the Shine Online Festival. I hope the rest of your 2022 is as beautiful as you, and that you continue to share that beautiful childlike wonder that you are. And feel free to stay in, or you're welcome to hop out. I'm just going to say a few messages here for those that are here. So thank you again, Kristen. Everyone show her some love in the chat. Make sure to click her picture in the lineup below. All the pictures will take you to the hosts, various social platforms, so that you can give them support, continue to stay in touch, and check out some of those amazing offerings. While I got you all here, though, I do want to say thank you to those that have donated. A shout out to Eloise and Angelina and Amanda and Jennifer and a few anonymous ones that I just am grateful of came through. So if you found a way to reach us and you're supporting this mission, we are so grateful, because we've been putting a lot of this together out of the goodness of our hearts and just the desire to inspire. So thank you, Kristen, for inspiring us to be a part of our inner child, or to bring that back to life in many different ways. And yeah, I'm just really excited that we've got such a good lineup here. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Shannon. I will be probably singing that I'm so grateful, so grateful. I'm going to be singing that song for the rest of the day. So.
Oh my goodness. I think we need to have another impromptu dance party just because I love the song too. All right. You're welcome to stay here with me. You're welcome to hop out. It's totally up to you. Let me find my playlist. And here we go. We're just going to bring the grateful song right back for a minute. Impromptu dance party. Move your body. Bring your inner child out.
Appreciation all the time. There's other things that would have been messing up my mind. I know the truth is permanent once you look inside. You gotta find a way. Thankful for life, there for everything. And every second moving up on the better things, better things, better things, better things, better things, better optimist prime.
I love it so much. What a good intermission song. Thank you for dancing that out with me, Kristen. That was so much needed.
Yes, so much love. Thank you, Shannon. I feel amazing. That was a perfect way to end.
Thanks for shining on with us.